missile style dude.
I actually give a whole talk about treating our work like an athletic event. And when you see it that way, doesn't mean you don't have fun. And I mean, having a shift drink and hanging with the people you just did battle with should never be taken away. But I mean, what's wrong with like calling that out a little bit? It almost feels like our industry is growing up a little bit. And I know it's easy to hold on to what was and to really glorify it. And I liked the School of Hard Knocks. I liked how hard life was. I felt like I was doing something not a lot of people could handle, but it doesn't mean it needs to be the norm. And I think that to have that stuff challenged, I don't think is that awful.
I admit I don't look like the athlete of the day supposed to look. My belly's just a little big, my hand is just a little big, but brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad. And there were two bad people. One was John Wayne and he's dead, brother, and the other was right here.
Shut the fuck up for 30 seconds, you might learn something.
Welcome to Plumluvfoods Live, #1 live digital audio industry show for chefs by chefs. Hosted by multi-time Food Network winner and award-winning chef, Chef Plum, and culinary veteran, star of the Food Saver commercial, Chef Jack. So wrap, date, and rotate because the boys are about to set your Nissan flaws. Here are the Good Brothers.
And looking forward to the 15th, the Funker.
Oh, Cactus Jack, one-on-one, me and you. You know I can't stand your flagellating family. You know what I'm going to do, me and you, April the 15th? I'm going to kill you. That's right. I'm going to kill Cactus Jack. I may get the chair, but I'm going to kill him. No, I'm going to tell you what. I might just torture him, and then I'm going to kill him. No, I may kill him, and then I'm going to torture him. No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to castrate him first, then I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to torture him. No, whoa, wait a minute. What am I going to do? I'm going to castrate him, kill him, torture him, and then I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap him into the bumper of my 55 Buick, and I'm going to pull that son of a bitch down the main street of Philadelphia. That's what I'm going to do. Do you ever look at Cactus Jack? Did you ever look at his face? Oh, what a face he's got. If I had a face like him, I'd have it circumcised. Oh, I am looking so forward to this. Shane Douglas, I've had enough of you and your comments about people that I love and I respect. And Cactus Jack, I've had enough of your body, of your thoughts that you are a wonderful professional wrestler. You actually believe that. Well, I prove to you that I am the man, and I will always be the man. On April the 15th, it's going to be a hot time at the ECW Arena.
Oh yeah, welcome to Plumluvfoods Live. I had to start off a little bit here, just pay a little tribute to one of my favorite professional wrestlers of all time that passed away yesterday. One of the men that I used to sit down and watch pro wrestling with my dad. The amazing Terry Funk, star of great movies such as Roadhouse, Over the Top. Are you kidding me? Terry Funk was a man. Rest in peace, my man. Thanks for bringing us everything that you did. Welcome to Plumluvfoods Live. It's your boy Chef Plum, joined as always here in the big chair with good brother Chef Dan right there. Dan kicking the show off with a Terry Funk promo from 1991 or whatever.
Yo, R.I.P. my man Terry Funk. Yo, from Roadhouse. My man handled business. I remember he was funny. Yo, it was a good movie. That dude did WWF like nobody's business.
And also joining us, of course, is the one and only Chef Jeffy, if I had a face like yours, I'd have it castrated. Wait, what do you say? I'd have it circumcised. That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
Dude, your man has fucking got a few personalities floating around in there. It's wild.
Crazy.
It's like he just like bounces back and forth and he gets real serious.
I love when he didn't know what to say next. This is before promos were scripted. He was like, he just stared at the microphone and goes, Cactus Jack, you think you're a good pro wrestler? Crickets. Crickets. No one has ever said that in their life about Cactus Jack. He was a good pro wrestler. Good God. Anyway, rest in peace, Terry Funk, a legend in the business. Literally, like, this is one of the reasons I fell in love with wrestling was because of three people. The legendary Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and of course Terry Funk. I used to watch it with my dad. I mean, I remember just watching Terry Funk, man. He was crazy. He'd come out there with that branding iron, have it all hot, and hit people in the head with it. Dude, he was a legendary character before they even had characters in wrestling. And him and his brother, Dory Funk, started the Funk U University. I still want to get one of those sweatshirts just says Funk U. It's awesome. Rest in peace, Terry Funk. All right, boys. I had to get out the way. That was a personal note for me. Funk U. That's right. That's right.
God bless him and his family.
Yeah, and his family for sure. His wife's really nice. He was a star of a couple of the movies that have come out lately, like Beyond the Mat and shit. He's a good dude.
Hell yeah.
I think he got a little crazy towards the end there, though.
Don't we all?
In real life.
Just throwing it out.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I guess so. We got a fun show for you guys tonight. We're going to be joined here in a little while by an actual Madam Jeffy. This person, she's a former chef, apparently. I'm excited to have her on the show and talk to her and figure out more about that. But more importantly, well, not more importantly, but as well in the show, Dan's got a whole report for us on hot dogs. So tonight it's about Madams. It's about wieners. Wieners and Madams.
Dude, Wieners and Madams.
Wieners and Madams.
It doesn't get any better.
That's our new boy band's name.
Damn.
It's gonna be awesome. Wieners and Madams.
Our first single will be As We Slang It.
That's right. As we slang it.
Wait a minute. I like that.
That's not bad, right?
That's not bad. Yeah.
Round and round and round and round.
As we sing it.
It's a swinging. I don't know how my deep voice. I'm singing all falsetto. I don't know how that is.
I know we're terrible. We're not going on the road, folks. Sorry.
Let's go.
No, not yet. At least. Hey,
we just started.
Make sure
we just
you.
figured this out.
What do you mean? We've been working on it for years.
Wieners and Madams.
Yeah, that's right. Remember, originally you wanted to be Madams and Wieners. We were like, no.
All right, it was a fight. We worked together. We made some, agreements.
Like you either want to be in the beginning of the alphabet or the end of the alphabet. You never want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
I feel like we start with the wiener, finish with the Madam. It's nice.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, also too, a big shout out to our friends over there in Hawaii, man, who are going through hell. Make sure you, if you get the chance to get in there and Hawaii.gov, Hawaii Community Foundation charity, give us some money, help them out, whatever you got.
Dude,
a lot of chefs down there going through hell, man.
It's really so sad, man. The devastation there is incredible. It's just,
also the damn corruption that's coming with it. Like, it's some bullshit going on down there. It's crazy.
Some real bullshit going on. Corruption.
That's some real shit. Like, that's some
just the devastation, man. I just look at it and I think of like me, my wife and kids got out by the skin of our teeth, and every fucking thing you own, bro. Every memory, every fucking picture, every sock, every fucking. You know how much shit I have in my house that's sentimental.
I do.
You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it fucking, my heart really goes out to those people, man. It's like, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's very sad. And I just feel bad for those people. I feel bad for those restaurants. I feel bad for those hotels. All of that stuff. I just feel like
it's island. I mean, everyone's getting really crushed there, and the water's not safe now. I mean, it's just fucking awful. It's really, 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 really awful.
Yeah, we got to try to help those guys out. So make sure you check out that charity there on the screen.
Hawaii.gov.
Hawaii.gov. Whatever you can do. If you can do anything, whatever you can do. There's going to be things happening. I know some charity things are already started. Guy Fieri is doing a big charity dinner. There's a lot of stuff happening. We didn't get invited to that. I got to send a message over. Dude, we're going to do the charity dinner for Guy Fieri. It was in California, though. I think it's a lot of California people there.
Oh, probably. Yeah. But be careful of freaking charities that are not legit. So Hawaii.gov is the place to go. They got it set up to get charity to people out there to to the state of Hawaii because there's not a lot of them that are really legit. So if you look it up, you might find some. It sounds good, but it might not be real. So just make sure you do your research before you go donating your money and making sure you're giving it to the right people.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good advice right there. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Plumluvfoods ticker is here. There we go. The ticker.
Man, it doesn't get old. Doesn't get old.
It never does. It never does. I love it. But listen, tonight we got a fun show. Dan, I know you want to talk a little bit about some hot dogs and some wieners, and you got some stuff for us. A little research there in the old House Dan Monroe. What do you got going on for us when it comes to these dogs? You found a lot of info. You found a great article.
Well, I got fucking newspaper, New York Times.
Wow.
I was looking through it. Yeah. I get the food edition all the time. And they had this great thing on all these different types of hot dogs. And it's funny that we always talk about a lot of East Coast with everything we talk about, pizza, hot dogs, burgers. But there's so many different hot dogs around the country that I wasn't aware of that I thought was really cool, that I thought would be a very interesting conversation to partake in.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk
Lay it
about
out for us, Daddy. Come on, show me some weenies.
So, all right, so let's talk about some hot dogs. So, one hot dog I thought was super interesting is the fucking Alaskan hot dog.
Whoa.
You don't even know they eat hot dogs in Alaska?
I mean, I figured it was probably made out of like whale blubber or something.
Yeah, moose
whale
dog,
blubber's close. I would think they cook it in whale blubber, actually. That sounds like
okay.
it work, right? But apparently, what's big out there is the fucking reindeer hot dog. They'd use reindeer meat and make a hot dog, and it looks really delicious. And the key is their Coca-Cola onion rings, or onions, not rings. They're Coca-Cola onions. So they caramelize their onions in Coca-Cola apparently.
Do you have to say Coca-Cola every time? You can't just say Coke or soda?
I think they well, whatever.
So it's onions caramelized. We have a picture of this, do we?
Yeah, there's a picture there.
A picture of the Hawaii dog? Or I'm sorry, the Hawaii, the Alaskan hot dog. Oh, that's it.
Alaskan hot dog?
That's it. Yep.
Oh, it looks delicious. I mean, I don't know if I call that caramelized onions, but it looks delicious.
I was going to say, them onions look a little fucking weak, Alaska. You better get on that pan a bit.
I mean, that's not quite caramelized onions.
Spot too.
Yeah, man. They're fucking up. We move to Alaska, we'll crush it.
Bro, we bring us some cake out there?
The Yeti dog. So this must be it. The Yeti dog is their big spot in Anchorage. So they have that's where kind of the up and coming place. That's the place you go to if you're out in
that's their hot dog.
Anchorage. Yeah, so you go to the Yeti dogs and
you want to go a little longer on that
reindeer.
A little longer on them onions. Just
let them sear up a little bit before you add that Coca-Cola to it. Let them get that good sear on. There's not much of a good sear there, but I still eat that. It looks delicious.
Caramelize it. You think it actually get darker because if you cook down the Coca-Cola, all those sugars would like.
Well, I gotta give it some time. That's the thing. Like, I think it definitely works, but like, you can't just deglaze the pan with Coke and be like, "Oh, that shit's done."
They look like they were poached in Coca-Cola.
That's it. I agree with that completely.
Like they were like, you know, what'd be really good if we just like got the onions wet and hot Coca-Cola, put them on our hot dogs.
It sounds delicious.
Fucking Alaska.
Oh
wow! And it's a I mean, we're not even addressing the reindeer meat part. That's fine.
What else do they have up there? You can't raise a cow in Alaska. It's fucking ice, bro.
I mean, you could raise woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Polar bears.
Jeff doesn't believe those exist. Jeff doesn't believe woolly mammoths existed.
Back up. You're missing words. You're like mincing things. Yes, I know woolly mammoths existed.
Was it 5,000 years ago?
Some shit. I don't know.
60 million years ago.
I don't know. They're fucking. Who knows, dude? You know what? It could be 60 million years. It could be 80 years. Either one. I wasn't around. It doesn't make any sense. How the fuck would I know? I'm not going to see it with my eyes. I have to believe somebody else.
Science tells us.
What science? Science is some shit that somebody else tells me. I have no faith in science. I have more faith in the Bible than I do science.
Oh God, it's a whole other conversation. What are we talking about,
why
dude?
Would you say that?
What is wrong with you?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that's still a book that was written by a bunch of motherfuckers a couple thousand years ago. They was fucking doing all kinds of drugs and shit. And though some of the stories in the Bible might be true, they don't even correlate to what they try to tell them they correlate to. Don't get me started on the Bible, Jeff. You don't want this topic to start.
A bunch of dudes sitting around doing a lot of drugs. That correlates much more with my life than any of that other science shit. I ain't hanging out with nobody who's trying to ask why and how and cuz. I'm saying.
We are about to have a madam on the program here soon, so I guess Mary.
Dude,
all
listen, Jesus hung with the madams. That was his thing.
That's what the man wrote in his book to make everybody feel better about it. But that's fine.
Dude, he supported sex work.
I love it. We're getting off track from the wieners.
We are.
I mean, we're gonna come full circle. I bet.
I guess so. Just a heads up, everybody. This is a pre-tape show, so anybody that comes through on social media, we're not going to see you on here tonight because we are pre-taping. That's when our guests could be on. Just a FYI.
Yeah, that's sad.
But your comments will be seen on Facebook or
Listen,
YouTube if you do make them.
Viva la Chile! Viva la South America! All my friends out there.
Hell yeah. There they are.
They do love you in Chile.
Absolutely. Yo, man. Check it.
Oh, yes. What's that say, Jeffy?
No cerveza, no. Oh.
No trabajo.
We need standards, people.
No beer, no work.
Wow. Okay. I couldn't agree more with that. I think that's absolutely true. I like that. It makes me happy. So reindeer hot dogs, are we in? Am I doing it? Are we having one?
Yeah.
I'm going to try it. Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I didn't think that was a question.
Onions.
Yeah. Now there's a few hot dogs. No, I think most hot dogs are delicious. I think you'd have to really fuck up a hot dog.
I agree.
I mean, I'm going to try it.
I do want, while Jeff is shouting out all of our friends in other countries, I do want to show everybody this came through on the old email machine today. Just to let everybody know what's going on here.
Holy shit.
There we go.
We're down 10.
By the time it came through, we're down 10 spots to 67 in Ireland yet again. So I just want to say, shout out to all my Irish brethren. I'm thinking about you. Shout out to Guinness.
Good morning, laddies.
Grab yourself a pint, lads. I'm going to start using things like lad and fella.
Fella. I don't like
lad.
Either of those,
Fella?
I don't think.
Hey, fella. That's very Irish.
Is that an Irish thing?
Yeah, fella. That's an Irish thing.
Okay.
All right, Dan, what else you got, buddy?
All right, so let's talk about a hot dog you guys may be familiar with. You know the Cincinnati hot dog? This style of hot dog? A very kind of sweet, cinnamony, nutmeggy.
What was that word?
Chili. Nutmeggy.
Oh, the one before that.
The one before that.
Cinnamony. Cinnamony.
Cinnamony.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
So that's the kind of hot dog that they roll with. It's actually called a gagger. There you go.
Why you got to show me an armful of them?
That is a gagger because that's the traditional way they roll. No, I'm sorry.
That's been on somebody's. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
You're giving up all your pictures.
Yeah, I know. I fucked up on that one. I got excited about
garlic,
gagger. I wanted to say
powder,
gagger so bad.
Cocoa powder, cumin, cinnamon, allspice, clove, beef broth, tomato sauce, ground beef. God damn.
They also put that shit on spaghetti sauce.
It's just chili.
I know, spaghetti. Greek?
Yeah, it seems Greek to me. The cinnamon, allspice, clove, the tomato, or kind of Mexican, almost like a poor man's fucking mole.
But all that stuff you look at there is just the ingredients of their chili that go on top of it.
I know, but their chili reminds me of like a mole almost.
Doesn't it kind of feel like in that picture as well? You get a side of like baby carrot sticks with your hot dog.
I was thinking fingers. There's like little fingers in floating water. Like, what is that? Oh, those are overcooked hot dogs.
Yeah. So how do they cook the dogs? They boil them? Do we know?
They boil them, yeah, in that liquid. I think that's the boiled
water.
That
liquid.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have? Okay.
I've had them. Yeah. No, they were not great. It was sweet, chili. I wasn't a fan. I went to Skyline, which is that's the place you go to, and
they put that shit on pasta.
Put it on pasta. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, I mean, I guess it's bolognese sauce, but it's just, I don't know.
Is it?
It's probably better on the pasta than it was a hot dog, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like it. It sounds like Sloppy Joe.
Kinda. I guess but isn't chili kind of Sloppy Joe?
But it's like sweet like Sloppy Joe. You know, like Sloppy Joe's a little sweet.
I think sweet like Sloppy Joe should be sweet like Jeffy.
That's me, Sloppy Jeffs. I serve them sometimes. That's what I call them.
Sloppy Jeffs.
Wait.
Sloppy Jeffy. Here you go, baby.
You are arguably one of the best private chefs in the world. You just said I serve Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, I fuck with people, man. I like to break the balls.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Listen, man, everybody likes a Sloppy Joe, man. I don't give a fuck how rich you are. And if you can eat anywhere in the world, you want to come home It needs some
Kobe
regular
beef.
shit sometimes.
Yep,
That's
he
me.
says Kobe ground beef, sloppy Joe. Go ahead. How do you-
He
I
aged
didn't
it in his
say- I
own
didn't say
aging,
it wasn't
his
the
own
best
aging
fucking sloppy
cooler.
Joe you ever had, but I do fuck around and make a sloppy Joe. Sloppy Jeff.
Jeffy makes like a triple tomato reduction from garden tomatoes. He reduces down to a paste.
No,
It
is
is
to
a
put the
stupid
tomato
amount of work.
juice into the fucking what the hell's that damn thing? The
Oh, then he
spinner.
centrifuges it, so it's
Yeah,
actually a
centrifuges.
clear sauce on his sloppy Jeffies.
No, now you're getting. I'm not that high at work, so I don't do that. But I might. Right now, you got me. Like I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. But
No, it's not.
at work, I'm a little clearer minded, so I have to.
Let me get a sloppy Jeffy. Oh, you want the clear one, or do you want the somehow or another he turned that shit yellow? He's like, I got yellow and clear. Which one you want?
Yellow and
You
clear.
know, I do fuck with people. I did pasta the other night, and it was like a sun gold sauce. Like I made like tomato sauce out of sun gold, like a ragu, so it was like bright yellow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It looked like mac and cheese, like when the way it served. It looked like almost like a creamy mac and cheese because how bright the sauce was, and like
Oh, that's so funny.
I like mounted it with a little butter, before I put it on the plate and everything. And like they were like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It's pasta." And they were like, "Oh," and then they were like, "What? What?"
What did you do to me, Gandalf?
Yeah, it was
Oh
good.
shit, that's dope. I love that. That's awesome.
Jeffy then takes his knife and smashes it on the counter and goes, "You shall not pass." All right, it's a Lord of the Rings reference.
And then he shaved his whole face and head.
It's totally different when you're a private chef. Shit's totally different. Like in your kitchen at home, ladies and gentlemen, you're the boss. In my kitchen, people can come in and eat off my cutting board, and I have to be like, "Yeah, how is that?"
Are you serious? No one would ever do that at my client's house.
Yo, people are wild flagrant. It's fucking insane, man. And then they look me in the eye like, "Oh, that you probably hate that." And I'm like,
Well, but you also never say, "Yeah, I do actually."
"No." I like just kill myself a little bit inside.
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
no.
It's not fun.
I told a client's a child, they had a friend there at a client's house one time, and staying over, and I said they kept leaving their dishes. I picked the dishes up once. The second time I went and found the kid. I said, "Hey man, put your dishes in the dishwasher. I cook food here. I'm not the maid. I don't clean the house."
Oh. With the regulars, like the family that I actually work for, they're the most respectful, beautiful people in the world. Like they're always doing their own shit. "Oh, Jeff, let me get that." That kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm talking like, the randos, the people who come over, I mean, they're not randos. They're like their friends. But to me, it's just like, oh, fuck this guy or that girl.
Oh yeah, I got you. All right, we're getting off track here from the hot dogs. We're trying to say wieners and Maddox.
Backstory to like,
man,
kind of behind the scenes of what you guys deal with, because you guys talk about being private chefs a lot, but you guys don't talk about like the behind the scenes of being a chef, being a private chef, because it's a different environment when you're in your kitchen versus a restaurant kitchen. So you guys don't really delve into that. So it's actually interesting to hear you guys go back and forth and talk about it, because the perspective of the perception of which both of you have,
it's definitely different.
Unique. It's different. It was cool.
It's definitely different. It's way less stressful, and it's way more. You're way more engaged with the people that you're serving food.
A lot more face time, face the people that
exactly.
you feed.
Like you're like a server almost as much as you are a chef. You know what I mean? Like you're cooking and like smiling and like doing the thing. At least in my job, and I know Plum's similar. So it's like we share a lot of like when we have fucking service.
Yeah, and they're telling you when to serve. Robbie was telling me about that too. Like they'll be like, "Oh, we're gonna eat at 7," and they're like, and then they go somewhere at 5, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's on a boat. He'll be back. He's gonna be there for 7." So it's like time and
time makes people always go, "Jeff, what time's dinner?" I'm like, "Oh, you just ask around." I'm like, "I'm always ready." I'm like, "You let me know." Like they're like, "What do you mean you're ready?" I'm like, "I need like 5-minute heads up and I'll have everything done." They're like looking around like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you don't even know. I have all this shit prepped." I'm like, "I have grills, hot things all over the place." I'm like, "All I need is 5 minutes." I'll just sit there on my phone. Like,
Wow, that's wild. Just wait until they give you the go, and then just.
because all I do is hustle all day long to get to that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
I actually get really upset if they come in too early. Like if they fuck with me and they come in at like say like if they did come in at like 5:30 or 6 and I'm not ready, and I have to like really cook hustle in front like trying to pull it all off, then I really get upset because then I'm cleaning while they're done, and I hate having to clean at the same time of like when they're there. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate that feeling of cleaning in front of them instead of like having the kitchen nice and clean. You know what I'm saying? And just like doing a little bit of cooking and having to be able to wipe it down and just kind of go, as opposed to having to like fucking actually like, oh sorry, excuse me, pull everything off and scrub everything, and like it's like the fucking worst.
Yeah, because you're a fucking mess. I've worked behind you in the kitchen. You're like you leave shit fucking everywhere. Plum's asleep though. I guess
This
you better
is
get
the most
back.
boring bullshit ever if you're watching this show.
I'm sorry.
God damn.
All right, so we're gonna talk about hot dogs again.
It was
going back to some bullshit.
It was just like a lot.
All right, so what if I told you there was a place in this country that puts cream cheese on their hot dogs?
All right, let me guess. Philadelphia.
That sounds like a good answer, but it's incorrect. Jeffrey?
Detroit.
That makes a lot of sense.
That kind of does, but nope. It's fucking Seattle. This is their talk about blanched fucking onions.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, so they put their outsiders sometimes wince at the thought of a Seattle dog. That's what they say. Even some
I lived
locals
out there. I
consider
never
them
even
fit
had one.
only for a post boozing binge. So they only eat them when they're drunk.
I am so confused right now.
Yep.
That is some like very thin cream cheese.
It's they say that it was created by 3 decades ago by a bagel purveyor named Hadley Longe.
Hadley Lowe smoked a lot of weed. It did not have a lot of food in his pantry one night.
I didn't enjoy that at all.
So, but the idea was supposed to be that it's supposed to be like a bialy roll. So they put the schmear and then the onions, and it's supposed to give you that like. And the bun was a specific type of bun that was more like a firmer bun. That they had.
Would you eat it, Dan? Would you be into it? Would you order one?
I would absolutely eat it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know how I feel about I have to try it now just because I never heard of it before. But I mean, cream
Jeff,
cheese.
what do you think?
I was reading my email. Sorry, I was just checking with the guest. Good. Say it again.
All right.
Would you eat this cream
About
cheese
this
dog?
fucking disgusting looking hot dog, even if it's on a bialy, but it's with cream cheese and white onions?
No, it's not on a bialy. It's based off of bialy.
I don't. Nah. I pass on this hot dog.
Wow, you
All right.
pass on the hot dog. Okay.
I would definitely taste it too.
If someone was like, "Yo, man, I make this cream cheese hot dog," I would be like, "Nah." Unless I was fucked up, like they said, like if you're drunk, I guess you might be like, "All right, yeah, I'll try that," because then you're like not thinking really clearly, but then you eat it afterwards, and you're like, "That was a terrible idea. That hurts my stomach."
Yeah,
damn,
but it hurts your stomach. That's the thing I was thinking too. I feel like you'd have to leave with your stomach upset, like the greasy hot dog
in cream cheese. I'm like,
yo. And that bread was like half-ass grilled. Did you see that in that picture?
Yeah. You want to bring the picture back up? Yeah, it's
half-ass grilled.
See the grill? See the grill marks on the top?
Like that's not even like grill. That's a dirty ass grill. They just laid that shit on. It's not even.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
not even
thin
grill
cream
marks.
cheese, pretty much white fucking onions, and then slight grill marks across the top of the bun.
I don't even know what to say.
Just gently, just
Looks like
gently.
the hot dog was cut too, or something weird.
And they make it with reindeer wieners.
That's Alaska.
What would they do in Seattle? They would, I don't know, Seahawks.
Pork. It's a turkey wiener.
Seahawk meat.
That's just made out of Seahawk meat. It's made out of fucking tofu.
Seagull tofu.
It's a pelican dog.
Ooh, pelicans are mean.
Pelicans are douchebags.
With traveling gangs. I was in LA. I got attacked. Me and Chef Kyle got attacked by one. Anyway.
All right.
What else you got for dogs?
So let's go. All right. So let's go to the fucking weirdest state I would think that have a hot dog that sounds actually really fucking delicious.
Indiana.
No, Arizona. the Sonora dog. Check this out. So
What?
the Sonora dog. Yeah, look at this.
Okay.
This actually looks quite delicious. It's very much Mexican influence, right? It has the pinto beans, diced tomatoes, onions, a little bit of mustard, and green salsa, and some mayo.
It's like grilled onions on top too.
Yeah,
Now
grilled
we're
onions.
talking.
Yeah, this fucking it's actually sounds really good.
Look.
And if you get them right, they have the yellow chilies. See in this picture, they have the yellow chilies. Those are the traditional ones that they use. They're like the New Mexican yellow chili.
Oh, is that what's on top of it? Shredded yellow chili?
Did you see it? Sorry. Yeah, yellow chili.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
think
it.
the
I love that they
mustard,
say they put some mayo on it. That makes me happy.
Yeah, there's mayo
into it.
and mustard.
I'm into it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I mean,
kind of into
that's-
that too. Actually, that right there looks
Yeah,
like it's. I feel like that looks the same going in as it does coming out.
It's a hot dog.
It's like a taco dog.
Yeah,
Looks
that's what I'm saying.
delicious.
It's tacos and hot dogs married together with all my favorite things.
Dogs and cats living together.
I'm with you. Arizona, we're people.
Shout out to Arizona.
Yeah,
Man, I wish
like
so. The name of the place, the Goros in
Dagoro?
El Sabasto, Phoenix.
Sweet.
No, it's Dog Gyros. Dog
Gyros.
Gyros. Yeah,
Gyro.
Like a hero, like a hero.
Yeah.
Gyro.
That's weird, but that's the place that has the most well-known fucking hot dog. And then
Wow.
and then we got to go with the old fucking Rhode Island Gagger. I gave this one away earlier by accident because I was excited. I wanted to talk about the Gagger, the fucking
Incredible.
Rhode Island Gagger. Yo, so they stack these fucking things on their arm. for
So gross.
15. Yeah.
All I can
you
think
it's
about-
so-
All I can think about is just that man's arm hair all over my food. I'm just so angry at that.
And this isn't even like the record is, I think, something like 25.
This is
Which
I don't even know. I think about
It
this.
doesn't make any sense, but it's Rhode Island, so they had nothing better to do but stack some hot dogs on their arm.
Right? That's incredible. Listen, I love a Rhode Island hot dog, no doubt about it. I mean, I can have Rhode Island hot dogs anytime I go to Rhode Island. I love having them. They're absolutely delicious.
They
But
have a sweet chili on it as well.
more importantly, friends, while we take a few minutes here and get away from our hot dog conversation, our hot dog sandwich conversation, which
hot dog adventure.
That's right. That's right. Joining us, this is making sense, Jeffy. Joining us right now is a wonderful human being who is out there getting her name out there, changing the way people think about her particular job, and is also a former chef. We're excited to have her on here and talk for a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Olivia Larue.
Hey, chefs.
What's happening, Liv? How are you? Nice to see you. I'm Chef Plum. It's been a while. You got Chef Jeffy there. Chef Dan's right above you here. I'm Chef Plum right here. You got a little audio trouble there. That's okay. We're good at reading lips. We can pretend like we can do it's like an old kung fu movie. We'll just make up what you say.
Oh my! You can't hear me?
Nope. Now we can.
Trouble.
Listen. So
Okay.
rumor mill is you've worked in the hospitality industry. You've worked in the kitchens. Is that right?
I spent 20 years of my life doing that. I was an executive chef. I had my own catering business. I was corporate. I was shit. I did so many. We all do kind of wacky things.
That's the way it goes. What
Yeah.
part of the world were you doing this in?
I started in Ohio, and then we did a whole East Coast thing, and then we did some Miami, and then we did Louisiana, and then I ended up in Reno.
Wow, that's kind of all over the board then, huh?
I'm a wanderer.
All right, well, makes sense. So you settled down in Reno, and then you made a little bit of a career change, huh? Looks like we might have some bad connections there
Yes,
with her.
I did. Moment of clarity when I was mopping up.
We got you back now. I'm not sure what the.
Yeah, I
We got
have
a little,
a bad connection. Just for where I am. Yeah. Sorry.
we'll give it a try here for a few minutes to see how well it goes. So talk about what you do now.
No.
Well, it seems like we've got a little issue there with our guest having a little internet troubles.
Damn. Right.
Internet troubles.
The story.
Yeah, we're getting there, but I have to give it a try here again in just a second. But yeah, so it's interesting to go from a career from spending that long working in kitchens to moving around and deciding to make that change. That's what I was really curious about. What decides to make that change? I mean, it's definitely a little bit tough to go from working all around from those different places to settling down in a place like Reno and changing the careers to what she changed to. She's back now. Let's try this again.
God,
let's see how we do here.
I hope this works better. I'm as close to my internet as I can be.
Okay, it does seem better.
Yeah,
okay, great.
It does seem a lot better.
Right on. So we were talking about the moment of clarity. Yeah. So I'm sure as a chef, you've all had to be in the last one in the kitchen, right? Cleaning up, like at midnight, 2, 3, whatever, however late it is. And that was me one night, and I threw down my mop, and I was like, fuck it. And I just like quit. And up to that point, I had been dabbling in the sex work industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why am I slaving away here for endless hours, missing my kids grow up? And really, I could be making a lot more money doing something else, And as a private chef, I had a lot of opportunities to like practice, if that makes sense. So,
it does make sense.
Party with. Mm-hmm.
It does make sense.
That's kind of what happened. And sex and food, they go together really well, right? They go together. And you all probably know this. When you put in that mojo, like your sexual energy, like your love energy into your food, it imbues it with something special that you cannot recreate any other way. And people can't put their finger on it, but they love it, right? So.
Yeah, I actually couldn't agree more. When you put that love in there, I call it catertainment. But luckily from what we've done, the love has taken us from our food, has taken us to do lots of other things. We just got nominated for 3 Emmys for our TV show that we do, and so it's a whole lot of fun things. But it's all still in the food world, which I love because it's kind of that. It's a little bit different direction than you went, but it's still the same idea. Jeff and I still a private chef together. We're both out here in the Hamptons. Dan runs a really high-end place in Connecticut. But we're still doing the same thing here. I think it's interesting how you said that love kind of makes a difference in the food. I think you're absolutely right about that. And so, but doing what you do you miss the kitchen? Do you miss that camaraderie? Do you miss that kind of hanging out?
I miss that part. Like that's the only part I miss is like that je ne sais quoi, right? That like the camaraderie, like you said, and just the bromance and just the whole thing and flipping out and throwing temper tantrums and like throwing shit across the kitchen and like cussing somebody out in Spanish and then going to smoke a cigarette. Like, yeah, I miss that, but oh well. I can do that in the comfort of my own home if I want to.
I guess so. I mean, that's true. You can do that. So you make the switch over to being. What is the proper term? Because I was reading a little bit about your new website, and there's obviously you said there's like terminology and language, and clearly I don't know the language. I would love to because I love speaking other languages. But what is the terminology? Like, what do we actually call? I mean, you have Madam on your name, and that's a thing too. But like, is it the same thing? Like, are we talking all the same thing here?
So a madam is somebody who's like an agent for other sex workers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the role I fill. But I also am a sex worker. Like I'm my own agent, and then I'm the agent of others. And then what you can call us escorts, courtesans, whores, hookers, streetwalkers. Like the list goes on and on. We can come up with all kinds of entertaining epithets.
Wow, I was going to ask you about if you could help me be an agent because I need a new agent, and maybe it's not the right kind of work. I don't know. I had it misunderstood.
Maybe it is, and you just don't know it.
Maybe I don't know. Hey. I am working out these days, Dan.
He has been working out.
Yeah, well, pimping ain't easy though, so
that's
don't
true.
think it's just a cakewalk.
That's true. Well, so Liv, talk about that for a second, man, because I mean, the first few times you start getting into this, the first thing I think in my brain is the danger involved in it. I mean, that's where my head goes immediately as obviously I'm old now. That's why I think that way. But is that something that crosses your mind? Does it cross your mind? Do you think about that at all? Or is it like every single time like you go to go on a date with someone, that's what goes through your brain?
I think in the beginning, yeah, definitely. It's more dangerous when you start, right? Because you're new and you don't know all the pitfalls, and people take advantage of new escorts. Like there are definitely a lot of predators out there for sure.
Wow.
And it's important to have somebody to watch your back, whether it be an agent or like your friend.
Right.
But now at this stage in the game, I'm not really that scared anymore because my clients are all regulars, and I'm pretty exclusive, so like it's mostly fun and it's a good time.
Most of the people
you know. It took a while
to
get there. Oh yeah, I know like 90% of them, right? Maybe once in a while I'll meet somebody new, but they have to really go through a lot of screening.
Yeah.
A lot of screening. Yeah, for sure.
Can you talk about that screening process a little bit? Because I saw that on the website too. I was curious. What actually is that screening process? I mean, are you like checking their credit?
Well, there's escort review websites, so you can join and you can be like a member, and you can write reviews. So if somebody, you have to be careful with that because some of the review sites are scams and there's fake reviews, but some of them are good. And so you can like check out from your point of view, from the guy's point of view, they can check out their provider and see if they actually have like all 5 stars, or if they're, being reviewed as like a scam or a trap or whatever. And then from the girls' side of things, we can see, oh, this guy saw Stacy and Lily and Jennifer and the other Jennifer, and it's like, okay, so he's probably fine.
This ain't nothing but this is fucking Yelp for sex workers. This is bullshit right here.
Yeah, totally. It absolutely is. It has to be. We have to keep each other safe.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. I think it's super important.
Yeah, but if you're not on that site, like if you're a newbie, right? If you've never done this before, like I'll go and I'll ask for your LinkedIn to see if you actually have a job.
Makes sense.
If you don't want to give me that, like maybe your work website, if you don't want to give me that, then it's like, well, you got to give me something to work with, man. Otherwise, there's
Yeah, right.
Something, you got to know who they are.
Just a little bit, just because there's so many people that just waste my time, like so many time wasters. I wouldn't have all these rules if I didn't need them, right? Like in the beginning, people would be like, oh yeah, I'm here at the Starbucks. You just meet up and we can just, meet up and stuff. And there's nobody at fucking Starbucks. And I'm sitting at Starbucks and I'm like, fuck this.
Right. Well, it seems like a much safer way to do this than it would be just to find someone, on the street or something like that. It seems like a much safer way to do it. Also, probably a lot more money as well, I'm assuming, because there's a lot, like you said, talk about the screening process, but it probably goes both ways, I'm assuming, right? Like, so you also show that, hey, I'm not a crazy person, Yeah,
you're kind of paying for some perks in that I'm not going to be like all strung out on drugs. I'm not going to rip you off. I'm not going to blackmail you. I'm not going to mess up your house or your car. I'm not going to stalk you. It goes both ways.
But I think that's right. I mean, I was being serious about that, Jeffy. I think it actually is a good point because shit can get wild.
I can only.
It can get really weird. Oh, there's predators on both sides. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure. I read a bunch of your blogs over the last couple weeks here, just getting ready to meet you. And the one that stuck out to me that really made me laugh was it was like somebody wanted like a threesome situation with you, but they also wanted to like eat acid or do something or microdose or something like that.
That's a terrible idea.
They ended up like having a freak out, and I can tell you have a dark sense of humor the way all three of us do, and you were like fucking with him a little bit, and I just like, can you tell us that story? Can you like? It's pretty funny. I mean,
I think this guy. I think he was definitely younger than all 4 of us. Like he was a young guy.
I'm fucking 24.
I know. I can tell. You totally look like you're 24.
That hurt, by the way. I'm microblogging that right now. That hurt.
He was. I think he's like a drug dealer or something because he was just throwing money around and he wanted to have a threesome. He had 3 girlfriends and he's had threesomes with party girls, but he wanted to know what it was like to have a threesome with professionals. Okay. So obviously, if you're a drug dealer, you have all the good designer drugs. I don't know which ones he was on. I didn't really ask, but I could tell he was on something. And he kind of just like curled up in a little ball. And my partner Holly and I, like, we tried our best, but he just would not.
She said, we tried.
We tried. And we have a good rapport, man. We have a good, like, because she's my best friend and we know what we're doing. And we had fun.
Getting the show going.
I left him the key to the room and I was like, maybe you can just take a nap or something. We're going to go.
Wow.
I mean, so like, what is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if someone pays for that time, this is a dumb question. If someone pays for that time, like, do you talk ahead of time? Like, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan. Or is it like we're just gonna hang out and see what happens? Or we're gonna, like, obviously everyone knows what the end goal is here. Like, or is it we just jump right into it? Like, for instance, one of the questions we were jokingly talking about earlier, and I won't say which one of our good brothers here mentioned this. They were like, listen, what if I pay for an hour, but like, 6.5 minutes, it's over. Like, what do we do then? I was like, I guess you just get to know each other for 54 minutes.
Yeah, some people want to talk, and then some people are like, all right, bye. And I'm like, sweet. I'm going to go to Costco. I got errands to run.
I'm going to go to Costco.
I'm taking my money. I'm out of here.
Yeah. You are my age.
Hey, man, let's keep it real. No, but sometimes they want to, snuggle and talk. It's like 90% snuggle and talk and 10%, the old.
Okay, fair enough. Dan, do we have plugs? You got plugs for Liv or no?
Yeah, livlarue.com. Go there. You can find everything you need to find. She got everything. She got the homepage. She got pictures. She gonna book up a testimonials. I mean,
this is the best plug man in the business, Liv. You have no idea.
YouTube channel, all of it.
Take care of you. Check her out on YouTube.
Liv, one of the things I thought was interesting, you're not an Instagram fan, right? You're not a big fan of Instagram at all.
I actually got kicked off of Instagram, so yeah, no.
Oh,
they can choke on a bag of what.
Sure, you can say it. It's okay. a bag of Jeffies. He liked it. See, he liked it. Why'd you get kicked off? What happened?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. It was some dumb shit.
Yep,
yeah.
Okay.
I provide a one-on-one in-person experience. My experience is not virtual. This is as virtual as I get, and there's plenty of girls out there who do the virtual experience and they're doing a great job at it. They're killing it. Go slay. Yay. But like, no, I'm of a different generation and I was raised differently, Like, I like the real shit. Like, I bet all y'all like the real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. No. Of course,
all
absolutely.
Really in the VR.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what to say about that. There we go. So how long do we do this? Like, what's the end game here? Are we doing this the rest of your life? Is that? I mean, I'm not coming from a negative perspective with this. It's a real question. Like, is this something? I mean, at some point you're going to be 78 years old, and do we keep doing this? I mean, there are freak shows out there. I get there's people who are into it, whatever. Shout out to them. We all have our thing, but like, is that the plan?
It's not the plan. No, it's not.
People are gonna look her up like, who I like? Liv Larue. I love her wheelchair. Like,
right.
My favorite thing about her is her walker.
I can always pedal flesh. That's never gonna go away.
Right on.
I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
So you
my flesh.
Oh, well, that's true too. I guess that's true too.
Yeah, that's Madam. Yeah,
True.
We get older, they stay the same age, right?
Mm-hmm. Living that pimp life. She got
That made me happy.
Pimping on the real. Listen.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have like coupon codes, like Groupons and shit? How does that work? I don't know how that works. Like, if there's a promo code, like, you want some new knives, go to orgochef.com, use promo code Plum, get yourself a brand new knife from some great people. Probably a little different from you. How many people are you Madam for right now? How many different women are you Madam for?
Right now, only 2. I had 8 before COVID, but it's been slow to start back up. So
yeah.
That
seems weird.
How did COVID affect your business? Was it really, really hard to get people around the country? Is that the problem, or is it just like no one wanted to come to you?
it's like all the girls left. They just went back to home, wherever that was. So and then it was just me, my lonesome, and my girlfriend Holly, right? So we had to suck all the dicks in Reno.
Hey, listen. This is someone's got to do it, right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, not all of them.
This is your burden to bear, and you're willing to do that, and I appreciate
Only
that.
the ones that are paying.
That's right. That's right. The thing that affected the business was the guys didn't have an excuse to leave the house.
Yeah.
Because the wife's like, where are you going? And all of his excuses have now evaporated.
Wow. Just going for a drive.
I'm going to get a booster shot for the 95th time.
It's going to take hours.
There's a line. I don't know.
I want to get the vax.
ER. COVID have to disappear for 7 days.
That's right.
No.
Liv, you live in Nevada, right?
You hear him, Plum?
Yeah, I heard him. You live in Reno. Do you guys have a special hot dog in Reno? That's not a trick question because we were just talking about
the glizzy. Do you guys call them glizzy? Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. I'm just making sure it's not some punk ass kid thing that.
No, that's the thing.
It is, but we also we like to try to keep it, cool.
We prefer the term hot dog sandwiches.
Oh, these guys are the fucking hot dogs.
Reno is not a hot spot of culinary delights.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
I know. We have all you can eat sushi, and we have all you can eat sushi burritos.
But there's no fucking ocean anywhere near you.
I don't know. Riddle me that.
Riddle me this. Deep in the heart of Reno, there's sushi bars galore.
There's like 5 on every corner. What?
Really?
So I know that you talked earlier about having a girlfriend, and I know that you have children, and we can't talk about that. I don't want to get. I'm being very like general and purpose, because I don't have much personal information you want to give out. But like, how is that like having the family life with what you do? Is it different? Is it weird? Does the family understand what you do, or obviously your girlfriend does?
Yeah, most of the adults in my life that need to know are pretty cool, and then the other adults in my life that don't need to know, then they don't know, and
fuck them.
Fuck them. My kids are in high school, so they're gonna figure it out eventually, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be cool with it because I've kind of like laid that foundation,
Yeah.
You just gotta massage it.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything will be okay, but if not, no, fuck it.
Have you had that conversation with kids yet, or no? Or is it something? At some point you said they're going to figure it out. Like they have to know, like, what does mom do for work, right?
Danced around it. Yeah, definitely danced around it. Like I help people love better, I think is what they said. Someone asked me. Yeah.
You're a therapist.
How to be, I am. So sex therapist. Right. So yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. And then I think I've told them.
I think that there is such a thing as sex therapy, and it's it's an absolutely real service that some people, need for sure.
Totally, absolutely, lots of people need it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like deep release for some people with like trauma and all sorts of other stuff that I've heard. I've read some pretty interesting stuff about it. That's
it's kind of uncomfortable, Jeff, when you look at me in the camera like that and you say deep release.
What did
that hat on sideways? It feels like you're looking at me dead in the eye. That hat on sideways. You said deep release. It was awkward. We've had a couple massages together, Jeffy and I, in Mexico. There's a lot of history there. Don't worry. It's just felt awkward for a minute.
He's my plutonic life partner. It's true.
It's true. Well, listen, Liv. I think you're really interesting. I think you're very cool. You're very nice and very friendly.
Thank you. You're cool too. I like all of you.
Yeah, I am pretty awesome. Yeah. Professional broadcaster.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Badass. That's right. There you go.
Oh, nice.
I didn't get dressed up for you. I didn't realize I was like, well, we have guests coming on. I don't fucking whatever. I'm out here at my house in the Hamptons.
He's been working out, so he's wearing that shirt on purpose.
That's right. Just so you see, like I went from a straight B cup down to an A now, so I'm happy.
Let me see your guns.
Oh, mine? No, look at Dan's. Look at mine. Dan's got bigger guns than me.
You got guns, Dan?
Dan's a monster.
All right.
He's not even flexing.
Oh, he's not even flexing.
Oh, yeah.
He's not even flexing on it. There he goes. Dan's on day 74 of working out straight.
It's 28. But
Yeah.
thank you. 2 more days.
That's his therapy.
Yeah, that's my therapy.
He's the kind of guy that does pull-ups with weights on his body.
Fuck that guy. I hate that guy in the gym.
Dude.
Well, then when I
And
don't,
that
then you
guy.
say, "Oh, how much do you weigh?" And then I'm like, "Well, it doesn't matter. I can still do 40 pull-ups before you can do one."
It's true.
Wow. Okay.
If he doesn't do it, it's wild. It's upsetting because I'm over there and he'll be like, "Jeff, just do this," and I'm like, and and he'll be like, "No, man, like this. Just do it." It's so
You go and get those big ass rubber bands and like sling them around.
I do have one. I do.
Yeah.
I try to do that, and I try to do the
slowly down.
Are we really talking about Jeffy's workout program?
Listen, man, people are interested and people want to know.
No.
They want to know.
The Jeffy workout
like this.
Jeffy's going off on a Jeffy log. He's having a Jeffy tangent. Jesus. So, Liv, tell us a story just before we get you out of here about maybe like a scary moment or a really funny moment that's happened to you where like some shit went down that wasn't supposed to go that way, or like, you know, you walked into a room and Mike Tyson and a tiger were there, or like, you know, just crazy shit that's happened, because you've definitely seen some stories.
I haven't told this one yet. This one might trigger people. It's like borderline elder abuse.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. We're going to put you center screen for this one. I should have done that earlier. This is great.
There he is.
Okay. All right. So,
what a creepy bastard.
In the beginning, when Holly and in the beginning, when Holly and I were first starting, we got a call from this guy, and he wanted to have a threesome with Holly and I and his wife. So that's a foursome, I guess.
That's
right?
4.
So
he can't even count. Fuck this guy.
All right. And they're in their late 70s.
Whoa.
And she definitely had dementia or Alzheimer's. She did not know where she was.
Oh my God.
She didn't know what the fuck was going on. And it was fucked up. And after a minute, once we thought she was playing dumb and being submissive at first, right? Because
that makes sense.
You know, and we didn't get it. And then like we watched her try to put on some clothes, and she was doing it all backwards, and I was like, I think that she's not all there, you know, and I think this could actually be considered like elder abuse and rape. So we're gonna go. Bye.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I have so many questions. Wow. Okay, so first of all, at that age, that gentleman still was functioning.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He kept seeing Miss Holly. I think they still see each other, and this was like 8 years ago.
Wow. So that dude's like 90 years old right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, was he an impressive gentleman at that age?
No, I wouldn't say that. No,
he
was pretty overweight.
Wow.
Undesirable. Yeah.
Wow. And was his wife, like at one point in her life, was she an attractive woman, you think?
Oh, yeah. You could tell that she was spicy for sure. She was like a petite little spinner, like, you know, long hair and cute. She had cute underwear and everything. So she was obviously like, you know, a lusty lass.
It's just the second you guys got ready to throw down, she was looking for her life alert button, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Maybe she was getting high, man. Maybe she found the lewds. She found some old lewds. She like dug them up.
For some Ambien. Yeah.
She's grabbing her jitterbug. She's grabbing her jitterbug phone, trying to take video. Jesus.
That reminds me of the guy whose part of his hobby was he would travel around, and he had like shitloads of video camera equipment, like a professional, and he would get a hotel room, and he would set up all these lights and like microphones and different cameras, and he would videotape the whole thing, and then when we were done, he would videotape me reading a part out of his book that he wrote, and he had like 5,000 of these videos at that time, which was in 2014.
Yeah, this is the guy you don't want to see again. That's creepy. That's weirder than the old people.
The shit out of me for you. Is he on a list somewhere? Do
Yeah.
we all know his address? I mean, this makes me worried.
He can't even go to the airport.
He's the kind of guy, like, if something happens to you, he's the first person. That's the first place I'm going. I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I need to see that video and the rest of the videos.
Right. And
Well,
he
Jeff,
actually contacted me about that. To be like, he's like, I don't usually offer this, but would you do it again? Like, oh, nah.
Oh,
wow.
Because you want it at like 3:30 in the morning. What the fuck?
Ooh, that doesn't seem like
Jesus.
a pre-planned second.
All right.
It seems like I'm really high and I'm ready for a second. Not like that's weird.
So, last one from me, Liv, and the boys may have a question for you. How does it work? So, do we have? Is there like a, for lack of a better way to put it, is there a menu? Like, do we have like here's what it is for this. Here's what it is for this. Here's what for by the hour or for the traveling. I saw like the travel stuff on your website. Like, but how does that work for someone locally?
Yeah, good question. I'll get you hip to the lingo. So there's different acronyms that people use, and that describes the services that they provide. So the FBSM, full body sensual massage, right?
Okay.
So that's like your happy ending type thing with a hot chick, and you can probably touch her or something, but not a lot of sexual acts. And then there's PSE, which is porn star experience. So if you're one of those, this is important to know, because if you really want a PSE, but you end up hiring a GFE, she's going to be upset because she doesn't want you to come all over her face.
Right.
And all this weird shit that they do in porn, and vice versa. So like, you got to know what you're looking for. If you want someone to cuddle and make out and, talk and that and do stuff that a girlfriend would do, then you want the girlfriend experience, right? And then there's different levels of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some of the acronyms like DATY, it means oral sex on a woman. So dining at the Y is what it stands for. It's kind of like an outdated that's still around, right?
It's so interesting.
I'm gonna hit my wife with that every time I text her from now on. I can't wait to tell her this new story. DATY, baby.
DATY. So, some girls don't want you to do that to them or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll put that on their no list.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So, yeah, that's it's crazy on this. The whole. Like, what if someone who doesn't know the lingo, but like they're a nice person who is just looking for some, to fill a void that they have at the moment or whatever the case may be, but they don't know the lingo. Like, how does that work?
I try to be kind if they're using their manners, but a lot of time people don't use their manners, and so
that's
I'm not
terrible.
nice back. Yeah,
just be nice, fuckers. Just be nice.
Don't send me a text with some nasty shit. Like, nobody's gonna respond nicely to that. But if you you honestly don't know how it works, you gotta be careful though, because if you text somebody like, hey, I really need a blowjob and I got $100, well, now that's entrapment, and that girl's not gonna text you back. She's probably gonna block you. So you can't. So how do I communicate my needs and wants? That's what the guys say. Yeah, you just, if you have really specific needs and wants, and you got to kind of work up to that in your conversation. And when guys are trying to get information out of me like that I can't give because it's illegal, I tell them we'll just talk in person. And if that's not a good enough answer for them, then see ya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes a lot. This is so interesting. I mean, this really is. You're very cool, by the way. Seriously, I don't know if I told you that. You're very cool to talk to, because I think it's interesting to learn this is a whole world I've never been around. I mean, I did security for strippers for a couple of years, but it was a little bit different at the time. I just stood there and looked ominous, and they had a DeWalt drill with things attached to it. It was very upsetting. Oh yeah. It was not. I couldn't do it for so long. It's a true story.
I DJ'd in a strip club, but totally different.
But yeah, Liv, you're very cool. We appreciate your time. I think the boys may have a couple for you. Dan, what do you got for Liv? Because I know that you definitely have some questions for this.
Well, absolutely. I have millions of questions, but I just want to. You asked questions about like horrible things and embarrassing things. I'm curious about what was the most like fun experience you ever had. Did you ever have something that was like super memorable or like just over the top? Like, this was such a dope experience.
You're like, I want to do it again. It was so dope.
Totally, yeah, I definitely have had a bunch of those, which is what keeps me coming back. But the one that comes to mind is I had a client who was who is like an art collector, and he's such a prominent art collector that the gallery invited him and a guest to Shanghai to be the special guest at the grand opening of their Metropolitan Museum of Art. And that was fucking amazing. I got to go as his guest, and it blew my mind. It was like 5-star everything, just like red carpet treatment. I was like, yep, more of this.
Dude, come on, Liv, just flex a little bit for us here on this. What do you charge a guy for that? For a couple of days to go to Shanghai? Like just roughly.
Yeah. In 2023 dollars, that would probably be like 15, 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. I mean, I'm flexible. I like to negotiate.
Listen, if you want to find a better deal, she's on Groupon right now. I got a whole deal happening.
Buy one, get one.
Of lots of things. You got the DATT. You got all kinds of things you can get. Sorry.
Definitely.
DATY.
Jeff, you got anything for Liv before we get her out of here?
Well, I just, I asked the question about that story earlier, but are there any takeaways from this that you would like share with somebody up and coming? Like anything that you've learned that you would say to somebody who was like interested in getting into this, or like, just even wanted to dabble? Like, is there something you would say to them, like knowing now what you like, or even what you might say to yourself back then, now, like from when you first started to today?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. I would say definitely make some friends in the industry that you can talk to, and maybe they can help you out, show you some ropes. Maybe you can share a spot with them so you don't have to spend a bunch of money on hotel rooms. And just kind of, escorts are notoriously catty, bitchy, but there's nice ones out there. And if you make a friend, it's really, really helpful to have. Seriously helpful. So that's why I offer my mentorship program and my agent program. Little plug there, but I can do some coaching online if you just want to talk about it. It's a whole, another piece of advice is learn how to compartmentalize. You got to learn how to put your persona over there. Don't get emotionally attached. You can be passionate without being emotionally attached. You can provide a loving experience without falling in love.
I think I've finally been able to put a pin in it. Here's what I love about you right now is that I think that there's this perception of what you do amongst people who don't understand it, whatever. And, they have this perception of what it is. And then here we are talking to you. You're put together. You have a great family life. Like, this is just a job. This is just a job for you. Where I think the perception from people is something totally different. That's not this at all. And I think that you're a really good mascot for that. I mean that in a very positive way. Like, I think you are, because it's like you're telling the stories in jest. It's fun. It's just like talking work stories, like in a kitchen. It's just telling the crazy shit that happens. That it's just part of work.
Yeah, crazy shit happens, and the restaurant industry is super dangerous too. And you got to work your way up, and you get crazy people. It's kind of a lot alike. Sex work.
I know. Can you fucking believe it? I burned my hand here yesterday. Look at this little burn. Like that little burn right there. You see it? Look at that. Come on.
Cool, baby.
This is the dangerous shit right here we go through in the world. But listen, this is the burden I'm going to carry for people. I'll take that burn on my head.
Do you, real quick, I'm sorry. Do you have security? Like, do you have people that you like have like say like someone wants like a party for you to like come do shows with your girlfriend or something like that? Do you have like somebody you call in like, hey, Big Al or somebody, that
That's
like
not his name.
Like, you know what I mean though, like some guy in a leather jacket with those like weird glasses that just sits there and goes.
Yeah, sometimes, but it doesn't happen that much. But if I did more of the parties like I used to, we had like drivers and somebody whose job was to just watch everybody.
Yeah. Well, seriously, man, you gotta keep people in fucking check. I'm sure it's like I worked at a club. I worked at a club. I know exactly how that shit gets. Like, guys get fucking stupid as fuck, and it's like
girls.
And that's why our minds both went to like safety immediately. But I was just wondering if you had like some like thing like that.
Definitely. Yep. When the situation calls for it. Absolutely.
Are you a martial artist?
I'm a kickboxer. I work out.
You're a trained killer.
Boxer. Hell yeah.
Killer.
Hell yeah. Trained killer.
Well, Liv, I was going to get you out of here, but like you said something that piqued my interest again. Sorry, I have to go ahead and ask it. You're talking about your mentorship program you've got going on. Let's just role play for a second. Let's just say Jeffy has applied to be in your mentorship program. He is a very attractive gentleman, a sweetheart of a human being. Let's pretend he's a female.
You're gonna lose some more weight. too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop 25 probably.
But you are a sweetie, buddy. That's what gets you by. You're a sweetie. Everybody loves you. You're a very likable human being. It's okay.
That's what gets you by.
Yeah, it does. What he can cook well. He's a very good personality guy.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
right? He's fantastic.
Slow, but it's okay.
But what is lesson number 1 in the mentorship program?
Okay, so my first question to you is, do you have your alter ego yet? Do you have your stage name?
Yeah, Jeffy, what's your stage name?
Sharon Share Alike.
That's not good for clients.
That's pretty good.
It's not. It's terrible.
Hey, she's the expert. She would know.
That's true. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. We gotta be quiet, Dale. Let this happen. Okay. I'll be quiet.
Okay, cool. So what is Sharon like? Now I'm going to call you Sharon. I'm going to forget your name's Jesse because we aren't that person. We're our
Well, I would
name.
say Sharon is Sharon's like wild, Sharon's like down to party. Sharon wants to listen to disco techno. Shit like that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's okay with it. Plum.
Yeah.
So where does she hang out? Does she hang out at the nightclubs?
I think she's Sharon has
Is
a
that where
nightclub
she's kind of like getting her
Yeah.
clientele?
She has a nightclub vibe. She has a lot of wigs.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we can just like work from that, and we can talk about some pictures now. You got any pictures?
We get to do a photo shoot? No, I don't have any pictures. I only have selfies, but they're terrible.
Okay, so we'll work on that. We do a lot of coaching around pictures because I hate it when escorts post pictures of them with the fucking toilet in the background.
Right? I mean, why would they do that?
Because they can't pay attention to details. Is that who you want sucking your dick? I'm just saying.
Nope. I agree.
I'm married to one woman who I love, so yeah. I mean, the toilet's always in the background. Something weird.
No.
So okay,
it's because they're in the bathroom. You know.
Right. So basically, it's have that persona. That's kind of the first step.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be super polished. You don't have to have like her whole bio, but just like you need an alter ego because that's how you're gonna survive.
So this is not your real name.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that layer of protection.
I totally understand. Chef Plum is my real name. My first name is Chef. Last name is Plum.
Nice.
I don't have a middle name really, but if I did, it might be Good Time.
It's Sharon Good Time Share Alike.
Yeah.
You guys have anything left for Liv before we get her out of here? She's awesome.
Thanks, guys. You're awesome. I love talking to chefs.
Absolutely, super fun.
Listen, we've enjoyed this conversation a lot. We hope to have you back at some point and talk, and we can get you when we're live with people. It'll be really fun because people chime in all over social media. It's pretty interesting, and shit would get out of control for sure. But this is great. We're glad we can work it out and make it happen and hang out with you a little bit tonight. So thanks for taking the time to hang out with us.
Right on. Thank you for adjusting your schedule to have me on.
No, of course.
We changed everything. We changed everything.
Thank you.
Just for you. No, it's okay. It's okay. And I am on LinkedIn, by the way. I was gonna say follow us on Instagram, but I'm not. But I am on LinkedIn as well.
All right.
And this will when we do air it, it'll air live on LinkedIn too.
Oh, cool.
It actually does. That's true. Yeah. That's true. Liv, you're really fun. We appreciate your time. Thanks for teaching us so much. I feel like it was very educational. I learned a lot tonight.
Thank you. You flatter and honor me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new friend, Liv Larue. Come on. Give it up for her.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was really fun, awesome. Guys. I appreciate having that time hanging out with her. Right? That was great.
Dude, that was great. She's so human and down to earth and
Yeah, I think my favorite is feeling how much like that is normalized, which I love, which I think that's so great. Whatever, listen, if you're doing something that makes you happy, fucking it should be fine, right? You do what you want to do.
I like how she's safe and she has a lot of regulars and all that kind of stuff too. I think that's that. And she's like a licensed sex therapist too, so I'm sure she's actually out there trying to actually help people. And like, there's a lot of dudes out there that can work hard, have money, but like can't fucking be in a relationship or don't, like they're fucked up because of how they were brought up or whatever. You know what I mean? And like sometimes, or like some trauma, like something terrible might have happened, and it's like it's people like Liv that sometimes are helping break down that wall for those people and helping them kind of get through that kind of stuff, which is like kind of a hard, weird thing to talk about. But I think that happens a lot more than people want to talk about, especially to men, and I think that seeing a sex therapist or like talking to someone about like something that might have happened to you that makes you feel like you can't connect to somebody or connect to people is important to be able to reach out and have that kind of thing. I mean, I wish it was more normalized on that level, like, because I think some sex workers are doing that kind of work for people that like people don't realize.
Yeah, I gotta tell you what, her stage name is way better than yours was.
Bullshit. Sharon
Sheralike is a terrible name.
Sharon Sheralike.
I thought that was a good name.
Turn you on a little bit?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was a great name. Yeah,
This is the worst name I've ever heard.
On board.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of something.
I'm subscribing to her. I'm subscribing to her Pornhub right now.
Listen.
Now, we should have asked her about those things.
Somebody out there that heard that and got excited.
There's so many other questions we could have asked.
I think
back. I have a list of
What's
questions.
your stage name, Dan? If Sharon Sheralike is so bad, what would you call yourself?
Big Dick Dan. She didn't say we had to be a female. She never said you had to be a female. You decided to be a female. I'm a male.
I thought she was talking about
that was your you just put that into your mind. It's all about sex.
I read her blogs and shit.
I'm equal opportunity.
Plum, what would you call yourself?
Opportunity.
Ronnie.
Just Ronnie.
That's it.
I feel like you'd be wearing Sassoon jeans looking over your shoulder.
Maybe a little Jordache.
Ronnie, and it would be written in like script.
Yeah.
And I'd be holding a bottle of like Aquanet for hair.
Yeah.
Or like a
it don't matter one way the other, male or female, you getting more male.
I feel like you'd be wearing that shirt, but
clients than anybody else.
He was like, "Show me your guns." I was like, "No."
With some jeans.
In some fucking Sassoon jeans with a little tap blue looking over your shoulder.
Sassoon. Jeff, I can tell you, a good find. She was interesting. I enjoyed that conversation. She was great.
Shout out podcastguest.com. They were actually they're really cool, and they helped us to find a few really awesome guests. And
I'd love to actually have her on when we do like a business roundtable, because I think it's an interesting perspective what she does, just from a whole different. But if we got like some big wig like CEOs from massive companies on, and then we have our friend Liv on, just a madam.
Well, awesome. Something else I think that we kind of skipped right over, and I'm sorry, Liv, if you're listening to this and you see it, but she talked about sex and food and their connection, and I think that's something that we could really
talked about it.
No, but we could really talk about like what recipes and what food and what foods like she would make for certain situations, for certain things, or even maybe let her judge. Something
that's a whole
that.
episode.
Like,
that's a whole episode.
Come on and like let her judge what sounds like a
well, Jeff set the episode up. Email her, see if she'll do a good judge. It'll be fun. You sold it. I love it.
She has like a.
He's still selling it.
I know. You sold it. I think it's a great idea. Let's do it. Bring some chefs on, talk about sexy food, have her be the judge. Send her a message, say, "Look, to have her back on. She was fantastic. You want to do that?" Yeah. I think we should have a roundtable with her, Patty, the star girl, the star woman who reads the stars, and David Wedley.
And the astrologist.
Yeah, the astrologer Ann.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have them all on together talking about matzo ball soup.
Yo.
Matzo ball soup. Yo, what the fuck?
It'd be a good conversation.
Yo.
This is beautiful. Matzo ball soup.
It'd be a good conversation.
Officially on fire now.
Shout out to Ireland.
Shout out to Chico, California.
Buddy,
I got oh, fuck.
Jeff, I think you might have forgotten why I'm shouting out Ireland. I just want to show you here. This is what we achieved. This is not the first time that we have been in the charts in Ireland, by the way. God, you guys just aren't even talking to me now. What's going on? Are we on the show or not?
My mic, I hit my mic by accident. Listen, I am so proud of the people of Ireland for liking our show. I mean, we bring a level of sophistication that I think has never been seen anywhere in
I agree.
the regions that we're broadcasting right now.
Yep.
And I think
all over.
people, I mean, just now, I mean, we just enlightened millions of people about the normalcy of sex work and how chefs can transition.
We're not one-trick ponies. We can do lots of things.
Definitely not.
Exactly.
I have lots of acronyms for letters too.
Yeah, I'm DATY.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Are you? Yo, Jeff.
Listen.
That's not how you say it.
I think it's time to wrap this up. Dan, do you have any more hot dogs for us?
Yo, I have lots of hot dogs.
Give us your
All
favorite
right,
hot dog to wrap this up.
Jesus, the hot dogs.
All right, so we had
There's
so let's talk about the fucking Coney dog.
Classic.
We had this fucking Michigan bullshit. They put this fucking chili on there and some mustard. That shit looks like shit.
But they only put like a teaspoon of chili on that shit.
That's it, and that's definitely a fucking sandwich if I've ever seen one.
I agree. That's definitely a fucking sandwich.
First of all, go fuck your mothers. That fucking hot dog is a New York original.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, no, that one looks like bullshit. Of course, Dan finds the most.
No, this is the Michigan dog. No, this is the Coney dog. This is the Michigan.
The Coney dog is the Michigan thing. He's right.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, good.
That's the Michigan thing.
You scared
me.
So
we also have the New Yorker
Coney dog. There's a Coney dog.
Well, we also gonna. Yeah, the Coney Islands dog. Yeah, the Nathan hot dog. Yeah, no, Michigan stole that shit. This is a clear cut. Michigan stole the fucking hot dog from New York. No.
Yeah, I don't think a New York Coney dog. I don't think a New York Coney dog even has chili on it.
The worst.
I think
it looks like the worst New York hot dog I've ever seen.
I don't think New York hot dogs generally have chili on them. I think it's like a New York dog is different. Like that's definitely a Michigan dog.
New York dog has no chili on it.
No, but they have Coney onions, and it's different. It's different.
Do they do them in Coca-Cola?
No, it's different. It's different. It's like a sweet
and
sour.
Then we got. I'd say my favorite is the Chicago dog.
Let's see
I
it.
like this hot dog. It has a lot going on.
Let's go.
There's pickles. There's chilies. There's onions. There's relish. There's tomato. I like the tomato. I'm not really much of a ketchup guy.
You like the tomato one there? I think it's weird.
It is weird. It's weird as fuck, and I'm kind of for it. I'm kind of.
All right. Is that the little lettuce on that dog? Was there lettuce on that shit?
This one, no, it has I think it's relish. They do that weird green relish. It's like they have like a super green relish.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no food coloring in it. I'm like, what do you mean?
This fucking bullshit. Like, where did that green? That green is not natural.
Neon green I've ever seen. It's like saying Gatorade's natural.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What they do is they dump that relish into the water during fucking St. Patrick's Day, and they make the water green. It's the same relish they throw in the water.
Yo.
Wow.
Every St. Patrick's Day. Have you never seen that? They use the relish.
I'll tell you what though. Have you ever had like have you ever been to like a place in Chicago and got like a real Chicago dog?
I have, as a matter of fact.
There's a place that I used to go called Wiener Circle in Chicago, where there's all these like black ladies that yell at you and call you names and stuff.
Haven't been there.
Oh, dude, they're the meanest fucking people. You come up and they'll be like, "Fuck you want, white boy? Shit, why are you so slow? Are you stupid?" They're like literally just rip you an asshole for no reason.
Wow. I gotta be honest. I'm a fan of the Connecticut hot dog. I'll tell you what, Blackie's dogs are delicious.
Blackie's dogs, I fuck with Blackie.
You get a box. I went there and ordered like 2 recently, and they gave me 6. Just filled the box up with hot dogs. Just hooked it up. I mean, Blackie's hot dogs. I mean, Connecticut itself has a hot dog history.
You know why I hate that? Because I would end up eating all fucking 6. I'd be like, you sons of bitches.
I know.
Where you got?
I was putting that relish on there. I was putting all else.
That makes me feel like inside, terrible human eating 6 hot dogs.
It's so good while you do it, but when you're done, you're like, why did I do that?
Because it tastes so good. You're like, it's delicious.
Fantastic. Just licking that, taking them dogs down.
All right, to end our hot dog conversation, Dan, what is your most iconic hot dog? What do you want on it? What's the perfect dog for you? We're gonna do the 3 of us, and we'll call it tonight.
I would say if I'm gonna go have a go-to dog, I have to go to my favorite dog is probably still the Americanteen in Bridgeport, Connecticut. They got this super spicy chili. There's warnings all over the place. If you don't like spicy, don't eat this fucking chili. Their chili dog, I get it with chopped bacon and onions. That's my shit. That's my go-to. If I had to, you tell me right now what dog I want to eat right now, is that dog. That's so good.
How spicy is it? Is it like?
It makes my head itch. It's spicy. It's yeah. I used to work there. That was my second job.
Never take me there.
That was my second job.
That's
they
the
wouldn't
next
tell me the recipe.
Yeah, I'm kind of into that too. Jeff,
next Connecticut trip, we are going. I'm going. That's the place for me.
Let's go.
I'm kind of into that too. I'm kind of into that.
Belly bomber. I can feel it in my loins as you.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my god, I'd get a chili cheeseburger and a chili dog, and my fucking whole head to be like,
dude, we're gonna go there and have some chili dogs, and then we're all going to the gym.
Hell yeah, let's go. Let's do it. You know I'll go.
Get our pants on the treadmill. Let's go.
Let's do it. Jeffy, what's your dog of choice?
I've eaten so many good hot dogs in my life. Damn, man. It's tough to call just one. I've had delicious chili cheese dogs all over the place.
No, but like, what's your of choice? Like, this is the dog I want. This is the one I want.
Yeah, you want a dog right now. Jeez.
I probably lately I've been fucking heavy with the kimchi dogs and the Kewpie mayo.
Of course, here he goes. He's like, you know what? I make my hot dogs. I centrifuge them. They're actually clear.
Oh, I have
hot
these
dogs.
Brooklyn
And
hot dogs.
I put kimchi on them, shaved truffles, and you know what the bread I use? You centrifuge the bread. The bread's clear too. It's an invisible hot dog with kimchi, and then you can't even tell it's in your hand. You eat that shit. It's the best thing ever.
Yo, man. Why are you fucking hating so hard, man? It's delicious.
It's just who the fuck wants to? He's talking about just a spicy chili dog with some onions. You come out with, I want the kimchi dog. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You ever have a kimchi dog?
Bro, it's irrelevant.
I want a kimchi dog. I'll eat that shit. Let's go.
Yes, I would love a kimchi dog. However,
that's my latest dog. Like when I'm in the city lately, when I'm in New York City, I'll go to Dixon's in Chelsea Market, and they have a fucking kimchi dog there.
New York City doesn't know shit about hot dogs,
and that's the hot dog I go to get. It's like a fucking
snack
beef dog, beef and pork dog. It's fucking absolute fire. They make it there on premise, and it has kimchi and fucking Kewpie mayo. Fire. Just check
my
it out.
name is Jeffy, and I have a green tea and pear juice with my kimchi hot dog.
No, I get a bubble tea, motherfucker, at the place.
Oh, Jesus. God damn it. It's even worse now.
Why are you hating on me for having flat? Why are you hating on me for going out there and eating the best goddamn things in the world because they're at my fingertips in New York City?
New York. I'm mad at
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, the best hot dog in the world to me, there's two, right, from my childhood that line up. Number one, motherfucking Hardee's chili dogs. Hardee's chili dogs were the jam. And you think I'm playing? Yes, sir. And I ain't playing games. The Hardee's chili dogs, they would take the dog, they'd burl it, then they'd slice it, put that shit on the flat top for a second, put it in the bun, put that chili on there. It's been working for like 4.5 weeks. Put that shit on there.
Yeah,
they put
in the same 6-pan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no oil. Like you put chili, you have like that little extra like fat that comes off it. Nah, they cook that shit so the fat has burnt off. It is just like it's right on top of there, right? They put some onions on there, and I'd get that. I slather a little mayo on there, a little ketchup on there. What? A little mustard on there. What? And I would just eat. Oh my God. It was heaven. It was heaven in a hot dog carrier. It was my favorite hot dog sandwich of all time. I loved them. Now, number two. Do you want to comment on the Hardee's hot dog?
I need to unpack the mayo on top of the chili, bro.
Please, okay, let's do it.
I'm just like, why?
Bro.
I mean, you got me with the mayo on the eggs. I was like, okay, you got me with egg salad.
Have you tried it?
You connected mayo on top of your chili.
Bro, I'm from Richmond, Virginia. We put mayo on everything.
Shit. What are you talking about?
On everything. We make our barbecue sauce and mayo.
Right on top of mama's chili when you get it. Like,
we didn't have sour cream. We're too dumb. We didn't know what the fuck sour cream was. We thought, oh, that's white shit. That's mayo.
Mayo. It's mayo.
Jeffy's losing his mind. Jeffy, I told you, my mom would make lasagna, and you know people put ricotta cheese on top of the lasagna. My mom didn't know what the fuck ricotta cheese was. She put cream cheese on that shit. Boom, boom.
Cream cheese.
That's what it was.
Hey.
Or mayo. Boom, boom on your lasagna.
I've had
Or mix them
a
together.
fucking like a chicken wing lasagna with cream cheese and blue cheese mixed with the fucking canned chicken with hot sauce and lasagna.
This is my time to talk about food.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
The other one starts with the lore of a gentleman whose name was BP Greg. BP Greg worked on Iron Bridge Road, also known as Route 10, BP. That was over 24 hours a day. Me and the meat hoss would go there late night after drinking, and BP Greg had 4 hot dogs for $1 with all the fixings. 4 hot dogs for $1. BP, he'd be sleeping back. We get 8 hot dogs each and some lottery tickets, and BP Greg would fall asleep, so we'd grab 4 more. Right, so you eat a bunch of hot dogs. BP Greg would be sleeping behind the counter, and we'd eat all the hot dogs. They had booths in BP. You could sit in the booth at BP, and you could scratch your lottery tickets and eat your hot dogs. And they had everything: chili, onions, salsa. They had shit that made no sense. We got cotija cheese to put on your hot dog. What the fuck is that there for?
Hell yeah!
It was like a venerable white trash salad bar at the BP that you can get from BP Greg for your 4 hot dogs for $1. Motherfucker has shredded lettuce. Anybody put shredded lettuce on a hot dog? I would. Me and the meat off would put.
You're bringing me back, bro.
One dog would put everything on it. And it wasn't like them hot dogs now you can get from 7-Eleven, like the big ass quarter-pound big bites. No. This was that little fucking skinny hot dog on the fucking hot dog bun with the salad bar of condiments, and you got 4 of them for $1. It was the greatest thing ever after you've been drinking.
There was a place like that in my town, but all they had was like nacho cheese, onions.
Yeah, all that's going on there.
Fucking jalapeno slices.
Fuck yeah, all that's going on there.
Something else. And I remember we would like do the same thing. We'd go in there and it would be like,
yeah,
Arthur, 3 for $1. And we would get like the 3 for $1 deal, and it would be covered like a salad of just cheese and shit that we would pile on top of the hot dog.
All of it.
Like,
I was throwing extra bun. I'll throw an extra bun on top just so I could put some more shit in the eat with a fork. It was the best. It was the best. I think that's what
amazing at the same time.
That's what hardened up my stomach and made it be able to take the things it can take now. That's how I look at it. But yeah, hot dogs are the food of America. Hot dogs are the wind that makes America fly its kite. Hot dogs are the gasoline behind culinary innovation here in our country. Please, friends, don't sleep on a hot dog sandwich.
Never. Should never sleep on a hot dog sandwich.
Never.
Ever.
Ever. That's right.
Whatever. Sleep on these guys. And they're
big shout out to our guest, Liv Larue, for joining us. Make sure you check her out. Dan, where can you find her info at?
LivLarue.com. Everything you need to find. Everything. It's all up there. You can hit their YouTube page. It's all there.
It's all right there for you. She's very cool. Hang out with her. Talk to her. She's great. Hope to have her back on the show at some point. Talk some fun stuff. Yeah, enjoyed that combo. Great find, Jeffy.
Yeah. Shout out to, like I said, podcastguest.com.
Yeah, all about it. Also, too, a couple of things coming up. Upcoming appearances. You can check us out. We're going to be at the Norwalk Oyster Festival September 9th and 10th. Dan and I are going to be there throwing down with our good friend Chef Michelle. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be in the Mohegan Sun digital VIP tent. Coming there, gamble a little bit, have some great oysters. We're doing some demos, talking oysters. It's going to be a great time. Also, we are going to be doing something. We think it's going to be broadcasting live from the New York Hot Sauce Festival, September 30th, October 1st. We're going to be there live doing something crazy. It's in the works. We're excited to be a part of it. So thank you all for joining us here to hang out on this program that has no agenda. We are not trying to force things down your throat that you think, and we're not trying to tell you things that we think you need to know. We're just hanging out, and you're hanging out with us, and we really appreciate you guys taking the time to do that. So shout out to Jeffy. Shout out to Chef Dan. Shout out to our good friend, the Vagabond Chef. He wanted to join us tonight. He was texting me about trying to join tomorrow night, and I was like, bro, it's not going to work, but he's going to be around. So we appreciate him. He wants to be a regular. He's awesome. Love to have him on.
Love him. We love him.
Yeah. He's a good brother. I love him.
Shout out, subscribe. Like, rate, and subscribe.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to all the podcasts on all the platforms. The digital version, the audio version will be up very, very shortly. We appreciate everybody. So thank you guys very much. For Chef Dan, for Chef Jeffy, my name is Chef Plum. We appreciate you guys joining the program tonight. We'll see you guys next week right here on this show where Jeffy, we got a guest next week. It's really cool. Someone a former like original Food Network person, right?
Oh, hold on. Yes.
I thought you don't have to give us her name. I just thought you might like know her background. Like, yeah, she was the
I was trying
starter.
to give you weird lips. Yeah, no, she is a former. Her name is Elizabeth Garr. Elizabeth Garr. She was in like the first few years of the Food Network. I think starting up, she was working there. I think as a producer, and she's got a bunch of fun stories about that. Plus, she has her own podcast now, and she's doing a bunch of cool shit. And I think she's going to be a lot of fun to talk to. So
Can't wait to talk to her about the downfall of television. Not sure if you saw the Nielsen thing. For the first time ever, broadcast TV was lower than it's ever been,
dude.
And the world's changing, brothers.
Yeah, well, maybe people want to get the fuck out there and live their life and not watch it on TV as much.
Yeah, or stream it. That's what I want. We're going an hour and 35 tonight. My plan was to go an hour, but this is what happens when I hang out with the good brothers and have great guests. I want to keep talking.
Absolutely, man. I love you.
For the boys, I'm Chef Plum. We'll see you guys next week. Friends, remember, food is one of the most important things we have in life. Everything important in life revolves around food. Let's make sure we give it the time it deserves. We'll see you guys next week right here on Plumluvfoods Live. Take care, friends. Have a great night.
From the tower of power, too sweet to be sour, I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
Thank you for listening to Plumluvfoods Live. See you next week, good brothers and sisters.
Do you think I'm crazy?